Alrighty. I'm going to take the reins on this one and just go all out. And just, I don't know, you guys leave whatever you want to leave down there. And, obviously I could talk about this because I am a guy, so I'm going to take the reins and just basically speak for every dude that I've ever seen or been an acquaintance with. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we are going to talk about what draws men to women. Not girls, not friggin', hoochies or hoes, just not girls like that. Because that's not what this is about at all. And almost any girl can look good, and I mean, obviously, they could also be a girl could look good, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they are gonna be a, as people would say, a bitch or whoever. But I think because, women are so judged by the looks that they almost think they know who the person is inside by seeing their looks. They think they're all shallow or they're, whatever, stuck up, and in a lot of cases that is true. It really is, and like the gold diggers, all that shit, stuff that everybody has heard, and it's just the way it is. So it's a very, very broad and common stereotype, and but I don't want to really get into that. I want to get into what a guy obviously is first drawn to a woman by her look. There's almost no way around that, and women are the same way in the beginning. I think women, for some reason, notice the way men and women are different like that. I think a man could probably get away with not looking as attractive as a woman in the beginning, if that makes sense, if they finally get to know them. I know that really doesn't sound too good, but based on what I've seen in my life, I think that's true. And in general, and in a lot of cases, not always. It's not always like that, but in a lot of cases. So I think, I don't know, number one, or like the first. This isn't like in any order, so don't think it's like that. But I mean, obviously, I would have to put as one of these on the list that, you know, attractive, or at least like presentable in a sense of like, the guy, this is gonna sound so shallow, but I mean, like, you have to kiss the girl, like, they have to have a good looking face. You have to. You know what I mean? Like, I think most men, they would probably always say it's the body that they look at first, but when it really comes down to it, a girl could have a really good looking body, and he probably won't go up to her if she, her face is busted. You know what I'm saying? So I would probably speak for most men and say, this is somebody that obviously, most men that want to actually pursue and, go out with their girl and stuff like that. So I'll take the reins and say that, appearance would be one of them, and, obviously, an attractive face. Not just like an attractive face, just any way you want to look at that as far as attraction, because people are attracted to different things on a woman, so I'll just keep it broad like that. So, okay. And another thing that men are attracted to women is personality. It doesn't seem, in the beginning, it doesn't seem like something that anybody would ever say that a man would say about a woman. But when it really comes down to it, any respectable dude doesn't want like an airhead. I don't think, I don't even think, because, you gotta talk about stuff too, it's not all about sex, come on now. If that is what all you wanted, then you would have just you just keep going with all those, tramps that don't want to talk to you at all, So when it comes down to it, you want to have somebody that can relate to you on a certain level that maybe other people can't relate to you on. And, obviously, it's good if it's, obviously somebody that you're attracted to. So I think that is an appealing aspect, and it's somebody that you can, or that, yeah, that's like, you can relate to their personality more so than maybe some other girls. So, I mean, you could still like each girl's personality, but you could relate to theirs better than others. You know what I mean? And guys are very handicapped in this aspect, and I say this with all honesty, because if he sees a really good looking girl, I mean, like, she's really, really hot. If he may even not even notice what he's doing, alright? He may try to do like what the, like, little girls do what they when they find the guys they like in high school and stuff, and try to find all the stuff they're into, and basically try to be like that. Some guys will do that. I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. I could honestly say I wouldn't do that. Because, you're only bullshitting yourself, really, in the end. You gotta be yourself. I know it sounds so, like fucking second grade. You've heard this shit your whole life. Be yourself, be yourself. But it's a true statement. You have to be yourself. You have to be yourself with your friends. You have to be yourself in any relationship. Work, you could kind of get away with bullshitting a little bit, because you're just there to work. So you could kind of say, kind of, it's different when you're working. You have a different level with that too. So you can kind of have a little leeway, but you can't. You got to be yourself. You can't do that. So in the end, you're just gonna have somebody that you may really still actually, you might actually like them, but it may just be looks, and you find out that that's all it is. And I think that by women being such angelic creatures, I guess men don't really sometimes realize that they're doing stuff like that when they do it. So that's what I mean by them being handicapped by their beauty, and just kind of like, okay, whatever. Just kind of let stuff happen that shouldn't happen, and it's almost scary. I mean, that's why I don't really think girls. Well, no, they know what's going on with that. That's why a lot of times they'll use that to manipulate a man. So they know what's going on. But when you find someone that doesn't know that, then if that's what you're looking for in a girl, then that would be a perfect way to relate to them, and to be drawn to them, to that part of their personality that maybe other girls wouldn't be like that. So that's a perfect example right there. Perfect example. Another thing is intelligence. Like, you have to, like I said, relate to them, and you want to talk to them about stuff. You want them, you want their outlooks, you want their viewpoints. You don't want somebody that doesn't have an opinion on anything. You have to, you want to. Obviously, everybody's going to have a certain difference of opinion on something, and when somebody else would bring an opinion, then obviously you would put an input, and maybe you'll agree, maybe you won't. But you still want to hear it. You want to talk to them about stuff, and you want them to not be afraid to do that, and you want to do that with them. You don't want to be afraid to do that around them. Sometimes people feel like they have to put up barriers with certain things, and if you find somebody that's different, and they'll actually talk to you about stuff like that whatever it is, it doesn't matter what it is. You want somebody like that. So definitely intelligence is another one. And by intelligence, or maybe intellect is the better word I'm trying to say. Nah, intelligence, because you want them to, like you say, when you talk about stuff and voice opinions, obviously what are you going to voice about with those opinions? You're going to talk about history, you're going to talk about, their, interest, just, you're going to, culture and shit, you're going to talk about all that stuff. And you want them to challenge you, and you want to challenge them, and that's how you two grow as people and as a as a couple. So I definitely think that that is an attractive aspect of a female. So I would say most men would actually, when they really think about it, they would want somebody that's like that too. So okay, another one. Let's see. Uh, if like somebody obviously that you can trust. I mean, somebody that you can trust. Absolutely. I don't know why that wasn't the second or third thing, but because the first one would be attract. Because I mean, we are still human when it comes down to it. It's are still an animal. Animals get attracted to the other species of animal. So I mean, that's just the way it goes. So, but yeah, I mean, you want somebody to be like on your side that like defends you. I think that kind of gets overlooked a little bit because the way women are and men are, it seems like men are always the ones that have to defend a woman in almost any case, whatever it is, because you know what I mean. So, but I think a man would want that for a woman also. That he may not come out and say it, and he probably never would say it, but he'll just look back and see what she's doing and like how she's got his back. She has your back. You know what I mean? She's on your side, and I think men really, I think they really like that. I know I would definitely like that, and I definitely do like that. So, somebody being loyal to you, that no matter what, that he'll be there for you for anything. So that's who wouldn't want that? I mean, come on, that's friendship too. That's you got to be friends with whoever you're gonna see. So that goes right in with friendship. So that's that. Also, another one is you gotta be able to trust them. There's no way you're gonna build any kind of relationships with any of these girls if you don't trust them and they don't trust you. But I think you probably would have to be the one. Nah, that's a mutual one. That's mutual, but it has to be there on your end. That you have to be willing to try to trust her too. So I don't really have to say that much more about trust. I think everybody that one kind of speaks for itself. Everybody knows that you need trust with relationships. So I don't know. I guess we'll do one more. Somebody that you just see. That's why men and women are so different. It's somebody that like you want to take care of. Like you see. Like it's like you want to protect them from anything. Like you want to, like I just said, being loyal. This is like another aspect of that, though. You want to. You have the innate ability, because males, for some reason, seem to always want to protect something, someone. They protect their family. As far as like their kids, maybe, or their wife, or like their entire family, if they have a big family too. So I think that men take pride in doing that. Oh God, voice is so dry. Men take pride in taking care of their families and their significant other. So I think it's somebody that you feel that you have to protect in a way, if that makes sense. And I think subconsciously men take they may even seek out somebody that I don't know if they seek out, but it's like they care about them so much that they want to make sure that nothing happens to them, and that's a natural reaction. If you really care about somebody, you're going to make sure that they're not harmed in any way, and you're going to take care of them any way you can, and do the right thing by them and all that kind of stuff. It's not just if something goes wrong, like you want to help them. You know what I mean? Just like the same thing with loyalty, but just in a slightly different aspect. It's, I don't know, but I mean, hopefully I did help whoever might have had some kind of questions about this, because I know this is probably, out of all of my videos, this will probably get the most hits, which is so fucking funny, because all these kind of videos always get a lot more views or whatever, because it's like all the things that the girls like about guys like, the videos like that get so many watches. I just know they do, because I have watched so many of them myself, and I know that just when you put stuff like that on there, that's something that somebody wants to watch, because that is going to affect their life any way, shape, or form, whether it be tomorrow or next year or whatever. That's something people want to look at. There's all kind of videos, but people want to watch videos like that. That's just how it is. So I don't know, I could probably come up with one more. I really think. Well, if you guys have other ones, you could leave them down in the comments and all that stuff. So, see, I'm definitely turning into one of those YouTubers now, and I start saying that in every video. That's funny, man. Alright. I don't know. I'll come up with like one more. What draws men to women? What is it that appeals to? Oh, this is a good one. I guess we'll end with this last one here. Depending on the type of guy you are, you want a girl very similar to yourself, I would think. Maybe. Maybe it may not always work like that, but I do think you want to have somebody similar to you, like maybe based on your past, or and that would be obviously something you would learn on later by getting to know them. So that would obviously draw you to them a lot more once you've already starting to get to know them and all that stuff. But basically, in the beginning, like if you okay, let's say the guy is really like loud and outgoing, and he finds a girl that's like that. In the beginning, that would probably be one mutual thing that they would have in common, and then it's like, okay, so let me go talk to her because she seems very similar to me. A dude that's really shy goes to meet, the shy girl. There's another perfect example. Someone that, does sports would maybe want to go with someone else that does sports, like a man or a woman. And then they could, hike or whatever the hell they do. I don't know. Go friggin' play lacrosse or something. Who the fuck knows? I think people like seeing that somebody else has common ground on their activities or their personality in the beginning, because you obviously got to get to know other things about them. People have, at least most decent people have a lot of like layers to them. Everybody has different parts of themselves, and you obviously keep learning more and more about how that person is as you get to know them more. But in the beginning, some of the characteristics already show up. So if that's what appeals to you in the beginning that you can pick up on, then you'll be drawn to that and probably more apt to go talk to them. So I think that's a very good one. Like what aspect of their personality that you could see right away that you would already find appealing for that girl. So I think that's a good one. I think that's a really good one. And it's one that's probably a lot more overlooked because they figured, oh, you just gonna get to know them. Well, you know what? If you knew that person was, or at least came off like that in the beginning, and maybe if they really weren't like that, then you may not even like them after that. You see how that could work? So, but more times than not, nobody like fakes being shy. Nobody fakes being outgoing. Nobody fakes being into their hobbies or whatever it would be. You could really see that they're genuine with stuff like that. So I don't know. I thought that was a good one actually. That was actually a good one to end on too. Alright, well, you guys leave your comments. You already know you have to subscribe, so go ahead and get that done. Hit the like button. I hear it playing now, and now I'm gonna hide under the covers, go to sleep. Maybe it's like almost 8 o'clock in the morning now. Oh boy. That's so much to do tomorrow. Alrighty, well, you guys have a good one, and I'll see you when I see you.